In here somewhere, they say, I was talking to a reporter, a Free Press reporter today, and he was parroting back what the Democrats are saying. Tim, you don't believe that there'll be cuts in Medicare as a result of this? I said, well, they cut $500 billion out of Medicare and $200 billion out of Medicare Advantage. Yeah, but they're gonna, this is a reporter, this is what we deal with. Yeah, but they have savings built in the bill, so there will be no cuts. Where? And I said, I'm not going to debate this with you. Bottom line is, when have you seen government save?
They're all jobs it's going to cost,
especially with this spaghetti that's here.
because they're going to make manufacturers and that require insurance on lower paying jobs. They're just going to go away.
They'll go away, or they'll cut jobs. One way or another, they're going to try to survive, or just say, I've had it, I'm done.
Move out of country.
Move out of country. So, I mean, this is stuff we're dealing with.
Well, it was on the evening news last night that they interviewed small business people regarding the health care. And they said it was cheaper to pay the fines than to pay the insurance.
And so what it eventually does, they pay the fines, you then go on the government plan, and of course they say, we aren't pushing for a single payer. Yeah, right. Okay, so all of these go off. And what's available to you is the government plan. You're on that. Ultimately, more and more people get on the government plan. More and more tax dollars used to pay for this.
How they paid for it.
I mean, right now we have problems, lots of problems in the VA system. We have lots of problems in Social Security. We have lots of problems in Medicare, Medicaid. Why would we expect that we wouldn't have it with an entire health care takeover, and that ultimately they're not going to have to ration care? And that's what you're saying.
Well, I'm a retired VA employee biomed engineer, and I'm also a disabled veteran. I wouldn't go there for nothing.
Well, you know, I've met a number of people who got great care at VA, but the issue is the bureaucracy this takes to do that. And why? Why don't we take a better approach to it? You know, I offered legislation when I was in Congress. Of course, being a minority, if the speaker doesn't want it taken up or the chairman doesn't want it taken up for debate, it just sits there. But my bill was a patient-centered approach to health care reform. It was around 150 pages long. And it did things like increase the flexibility and usability of health savings accounts. Probably a number of you have health savings accounts. That is your money. You're a consumer when you deal with your doctor directly and what you want to pay out of that. Let's expand the usability of that. Let's give associated health plans so the small businesses can join together in economy of scale and purchase reduced cost health care coverage for their employees if they want to do that. The big three did that. The unions do that. Pardon?
I was up in your office when Chad came to visit the Hill when they were having that bill that you're talking about.
Yeah, well, we introduced it and sat in committee the whole time.
Oh.
Also, why not give the ability to purchase health care across state lines? Expand the variety and the competition. You find a difference between North Carolina Blues cost and coverage compared to Michigan Blues cost and coverage. Sometimes North Carolina be better. Sometimes in certain situations, Michigan be better. Why not give the opportunity to deal with frivolous lawsuits by putting tort reform in it that puts a cap on non-economic damages? And then finally, my bill said, let's give the same tax benefit to an individual who purchases health care coverage. That's an incentive that we give to to individuals that businesses get. And all of that had no mandates, had no tax increases, increased competition and incentive for people to deal with their health care costs. And that's where the problem is. It's not with the quality and the availability of health care, it's with the cost. Now that was never brought up, and that's something we can talk about. Let's see. I guess you were next.